Good morning, ladies, and happy Monday. Let's get started. So I'm going to explain you, as always, something using this wonder because I want to show you what you want to do, but I'm not going to tell you the steps to doing it. It's similar to for doing it. It's the similar thing we did in the previous tutorial. I showed you some examples of something, and then I'm going to give you time for finishing it at home to create it and to do wonders as you always do. So today we're going to talk, or we're going to try to do something called a flip book, a flip book. So on the Instagram, I'm going to type flip book, okay? And I'm going to go to the hashtag flipbook. And here you're going to see many examples of what a flip book is, and I'm sure that you already know what it is about. It's about doing some kind of stop motion using just a small notebook or a bunch of sheets in which you are going to draw something, and you're going to draw different parts of this something, like in motion, but in different levels of movement. And at the end, it's going to pass like this. I have an example here, but I don't have anything yet here. And you're going to see the motion of this element or elements that you have. I'm sorry, it was blurred, the picture, the image. So I'm going to show you some examples, and for example, this one is not a very good one because it's quite complicated, but the idea is clear. In each page, you find a picture, a drawing, and then the next step of that drawing, and then the next step of that drawing, and when you pass them, it looks like some kind of movement. It's like how old cartoons worked and were done, with different layers and steps just to recreate a movement, something that nowadays with infographics and all the different softwares that exist to recreate motion in digital cartoons is not used anymore, but it's interesting to try to do this, and to do it well is not easy, as I always say. This is a very complicated example. I don't want you to focus on this, but I would like you to show this one, for example. Look, very simple figure, but clean movements. It's like a small cartoon, and it's done with something similar to my notebook, because I don't have one. I put this here and I cut some papers, and then I will tell you how many papers you have to cut and so. But this one is wonderful, it's awesome, and it's simple. Okay, so I don't want you to do something very complicated. What I want you is to do something with smooth movements. It has to go like this, not like this. Okay, I'm going to show you more examples. This lady here, this girl here, I love what she does. It's very simple, a little bit more colorful. And well, this part is quite more complicated. Percolator press. I'm going to choose her because I've seen different examples of simple stuff that she done. For example, I'm going to show you this one, just done with circles, with circumferences, different colors. Look, this is something that you can do. So this is the idea, okay? Or for example, sorry, I haven't seen this one. I would like to see it. This one is easy too. and it works very, very well. And it goes backwards. Because of the video, okay? So he did the first part, and then he put another video backwards, and it get connected, and it looks like the moon comes and the moon goes. Very interesting example for you, girls. I don't want you to do something very complicated. Or this one just with dots, in case you love dots, because if you hate them, it's another way of doing some kind of flip book. All of them are flip books. And she uses also stickers and things like that. But it's not only using stickers, she also uses markers and do some small drawings on it. This is not my favorite, I must confess. She has many examples, and I've seen previously some other examples, but I didn't take notes of the artist. It was something doing with this stencil machine that does small holes. But I don't know why. Maybe it was in some other flipbooks, probably. Yeah, this one here. Look, in a small notebook, just doing holes. And that's it. Okay, flipbook kit. I don't know if there are many more things here, no idea. So flipbook or flipbooks as hashtag, and go ahead and take a look at them. But the examples that I'm showing you are the ones that I want to take you into account, because are the simplest ones, and I don't want you to do something very, very complicated. This one is beautiful and simple, and with some markers and a little bit of color I would like you to include in it, because once you have the drawing done, it's just adding some colors and it would look nicer, I think. So this is the thing. Simple things. Here we go again with this one. I think this is a different one, probably. Maybe this guy, Sketch Snow, does not really. Does different things. I don't know if it is the same one. Probably it is. Yeah, it's the same one. Okay, this one is cute. I love it. And yeah, that's it. I don't want you to show you anything else. I think with this, it's clear what you have to do. The thing is now to put it into practice. And for that, I'm going to give you some tips, but I'm not going to show you anything else. I didn't have time to do it. I probably won't do it either. But I wanted to show you the idea, and I'm sure you got it. So now, technical things that you have to take into account. Well, I have used A4 sheets, and I cut them. You have to cut them, so it's quite drag. But well, this is the thing, and I would like you to cut at least 50 papers. Okay, 50 papers. What I've done, let me take one sheet and I will show you. What I've done here is to divide a whole sheet. I'm going to put it in horizontal position. I'm going to divide it into 4 rows or parts, whatever you want to call it, of 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters, 7, and here is going to last a little bit, something like this, that you have to throw away because we're not going to use it. And that way you have 4 spaces, and then each of those I divided it into 2 equal parts. So this is 7 here, and here this is like this. You know what I mean? We have this row and I split it into 2 parts. So this part is what I have here. So from each sheet you can get 8 sorry, I put 4 and I say 8 pieces of paper. Okay, so I think the size is perfect. You don't need more. So with six sheets, you have 48 divisions. So let's do 7. Okay, you need 7 sheets for this. 7 by 8, 56. So this is the amount of small sheets that you are going to do, 56. Okay, take note of that because I need 56. It's going to take time. So once you have 56, you can put them together like this, okay, or some other way, or you can buy a notebook if you want to buy it, but I need at least 50 sheets, 50 hojas, ¿vale? Si pueden ser unas poquitas más, pues eso ya depende, pero mínimo 50. Aquí de hecho hay 40 y algo, me faltaría un folio por cortar. Okay, because I just wanted to have an idea of the thickness of the final result and so. And just to try a little bit, you have to separate them well. You have to do a little bit like this, because if not, they get a little bit stuck. When you put, if you use this, you have to put it like here very, very properly. And here doesn't matter if this part is not perfect. As you can see, there are differences. I don't know if the camera is getting it. Yeah, differences here. I don't care. The thing is that here are at the same level, okay? So the most important thing is to have the same level here and not here. So don't worry about small differences between the different sheets. In case you do it like this, because it's quite cheap, but you need this for sure. So if you don't have it, you have to buy it or you have to get it. So as now shops are open and you can go to stationers and so, I think it won't be a big deal if you have to buy something like this. It's cheap. It's very cheap. I mean, I don't want you to spend money on your exercises or artworks. And well, find a way. But if you find, do you remember the one with the holes? Yeah, it was a notebook with the classic fabric strip here, ¿vale? Con la cintita esta como de tela aquí, las típicas libretas. And if it is with the spiral, it's okay, okay? But you have to buy it. So, I mean, I don't mind if you have finally a notebook with at least 50 sheets. Okay, so the thing is, you don't have to paint every part of all the surface. You don't have to paint it. What you have to do is, well, this one is with the title if you want, or no, just start with this one. You start. I'm so sorry. Vale, empezamos a dibujar en esta misma. No he dicho nada. Vale, esta ya es la primera para dibujar. And you're going to use this area here. Okay, so this part, you don't use it. It's like a little bit less than half of the surface. Something like this. This is the part you are going to use. You can use it entire, I mean, all of it. You can start by here, you can start by here, you can start by whatever you want, wherever you want. And you're going to use this area or just this corner. When we do this with these small notebooks, it's easy to see everything. But as you can see, when I open it, I only see this part because the other part is like curved. You know what I mean? So that's why we are going to use only this part of the sheets. Okay? So the first thing you have to do is to think, what are you going to draw here and how you are going to make it move. This is the first thing. You cannot start like this, okay? Okay, you cannot start like this. You have to separate this and you have to start one by one. So with pencil. And you're going to do whatever you want to do. First, you have to have an idea, okay? This is the first thing ever. So you cannot start drawing randomly. You have to think about your idea. So I would take a draft, like a paper just for sketches, and I would start drawing things in order to see how they could look or they would look on my final artwork. Okay, so remember, only this area of all the papers. So once you have your design, you start drawing the first one on the first page, okay? And then you have to pass to the second page. If they have to be connected, they have to be placed at the same point. Do you remember the guy that moved its arms and so, the simplest one? You probably have to transfer what you have here to the other sheet. Vais a tener que calcar, probablemente, ¿vale? So for that, I'm sure you would have to use your window, or another idea is if you have any, I don't know if you have it, but if you have any table with the glass as the main surface, transparent glass, you can put a light like your mobile flashlight at the bottom on the floor, just going straight up to you, and then you place the sheets and you can transfer them easily as if they were some kind of light table. Do you know what I mean? So this is an idea. Why? Because if you draw something here and the next is not placed at the right place and it's a little bit on the right side or on the left side, they are not going to get connected, and this sensation, this feeling of movement is going to fail. So that's why you will need windows or the thing that I have already told you with the flashlight and the glass. And well, hopefully you have a glass at home and it would be easier because you're going to be more comfortable. But if you don't, you can use the window. So I'm going to give you 2 weeks. 2 weeks are only 4 classes. So I would probably give you 3 weeks at the end because I don't know if it's going to be our final exercise or we will have time for an easy and short one at the end. I don't know, but now I'm very interested on this exercise. Okay, so I would like you to do your best as you always do with it. And that's why I'm giving you 3 weeks, but I know there are only 6 classes, so please, you have to do something simple. Something simple. I don't want you to put a lot of things here, because if you put a lot of things here, it is not going to work. It's not to tell a story. You can, of course you can, but it's not an obligation to do it. It's just to spread a movement in its different levels of motion in order to see a final motion thing at the end. Okay, so it's just like going downwards to up or just to move to left to right or something like that, because there are only 50 sheets. It looks like 50 sheets, it's a lot, but it is not. So do you remember the video with the eclipse? Total eclipse. Yeah, with the eclipse. Yeah. In this case, the girl did only the first part of the eclipse using the whole notebook. And then when she recorded it, she went backwards in order to look longer. But she didn't do both parts on the notebook. She did just one part, and then she did this with the camera, she edited when she edited the video. So it has to be something simple with many how can I say, many steps of the movement, of the motion thing. Okay, just to look it very smooth, because the movement has to look real. Okay, so please, something very simple. Once you have the idea, once you have put it on the sheets, you have to, and this is very important, you cannot leave it on pencil. You have to highlight it with a marker. I would recommend you to use a black marker for it, and when it dries, you can add some colors. Just one color, something. I would like to see something with color. I don't know, a very simple thing. Okay? So that's it. I'm not going to continue with this any longer. That's the thing. And if you have any doubt, you just ask me and that's it. Okay? So this is the idea. This is a flip book, if you didn't know the name of this. And good luck. I'm sure you would do an interesting exercise. And you won't hear from me in 2 weeks. When I say that, I mean videos, because I will be on the chat. I will say you hi, how are you? And I'm always here, okay? At any time. So don't forget that. And try to enjoy this activity. It's simple, okay? It's not difficult. If you, I don't know if you can do this, if you can say this, but if you simplify it, simplify it, yeah, I'm sure it could be said. So that's it. Happy Monday, and see your artworks soon. Bye bye, ladies. Enjoy.